Hello and welcome to Melomaniax, the podcast where we take unbiased deep dives into the biggest musicians and bands of all time. I'm Ashton.
And I'm Dallas. As always, before we begin today, please don't forget to like and subscribe on YouTube. Follow us on our socials, that's Instagram and TikTok. And most importantly, please hit us with those 5-star reviews wherever you're listening to this podcast. That's going to help us just grow this show as big as we can, get up there in the ratings as much as we can. So we really appreciate that. We also have a Patreon. You can find that at our website, melomaniax.com. And we have one tier. It's just $5 a month. That's going to give you access to our private Discord, a shout out on an episode, and the ability to pitch your own topics. Now, today we're going to be continuing our march through the 90s, through the decade of the 90s. So last time we were, excuse me, we were working through the years here. I think the year that had the win so far was 1991, and I think that's going to be a really, really tough one to beat. There were a lot of heavy hitter albums that basically went down as the best and highest selling albums of a lot of really big bands' career. I think we had Nevermind, the Black Album, Blood Sugar Sex Magic, and another huge one that I can't remember, all like within like a month of each other. Beyond that, there were a bunch of big bands that actually had debuts and stuff in 91 as well. So that's a really tough one to beat. Just to recap that, if you want to get the details, go back and listen to part 1, 90s part 1. That would have been episode 40. This is episode 42. So today we're going to be marching through 95, 96, 97, 98, and 99 to see who can top 1991. And
If anyone.
Yeah, that's a tall order. And you know, now we're starting to get into the eras and years of music that we kind of know a little bit because we were alive at this point. Obviously, we were very young, but we know this music better than, you know, the 50s.
True. All right.
Why don't we go ahead and dive in? Ashton, start us off with 1995 here.
95. Yep. So moving down into January, right off the bat, it's funny that you're like, we actually should know music. I just don't know like the first 10.
Yeah,
right off the bat, there's a bunch that I don't know.
This might still be on that cusp of like, you know.
Yeah, there's still going to be a bunch that we're not familiar with.
You know, by the 2000s for sure, we know what's up.
Yeah. Oh, here's Van Halen with Balance. Okay.
And it's not one of their best from what I remember.
Yeah, I was just about to say, I don't even think
short.
I recognize that.
That's his 9th. Jeez.
Too short, dude. What an album artwork, like album cover. My goodness. Interesting.
Yeah. It's very 90s. We get some Porcupine Tree, some the debut of Tribe 8.
Dry January,
goes on
man.
By Scooter.
Dry January, a little dry February too. Goodness.
We're in February, scrolling down. Extreme, Waiting for the Punchline. That's cool. 4th album. I mean, yeah, at this point, we know these episodes
it's Slash's
drag
Snake
on,
Pit.
so let's...
You remember
if
that
we don't
one.
see stuff, we can keep going. Yeah, Slash's Snake Pit, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Great album.
Oh.
Released February 95. Also, Nevermore.
Okay.
Their first album. I love that band. I'm not as familiar with this album, but that is a really, really good band. That they have a few albums that are some of my favorites. Blink-182, we get their debut. That's big.
I didn't know. Okay, nice. Oh, Blink-1, yeah, yep, that is sweet. I'm trying to remember with that album. I don't think I'm familiar with that one. There's probably not much on it.
Tracy Lord's debut. Where do I know her from? Oh, she's an actress. That's right. I think she dated someone famous. And she was a porn actress. Okay, cool. Understood. Better Than Ezra. That's interesting. That seems like convoluted there. Hey, we get Jules' debut.
Wait a second. We glazed right over the Wiggles with their 5th album. It's right under Blink-182.
Oh, I see. Right, yeah, the big 2, Blink-182 and the Wiggles.
The big 2 of the 90s.
Big red car. Nice. I know every word. Hey, I'm down here in March now.
Wasn't your little brother big into the Wiggles? I thought you were.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. They went and saw him live. Actually, I did not.
Really.
My stepdad said the guitar player of the Wiggles whipped out a little Stairway to Heaven that got a big laugh out of the adults.
The adults. Oh, that's cool.
So, Warrant, Ultraphobic. I don't know that album at all.
Yeah, me neither. It was their first one that I think you said had all their their biggest hits.
Yeah, their first two, I think.
We got Radiohead's second album down here.
Second, I was just about to say that one as well. We have Mad Season. That's the only studio album released. It's another one of those like grunge super groups.
Uh-huh.
And Lane Staley sings on it. And it's just got one of, an amazing track on it. I'm not familiar with most of the songs, but one track on it is absolutely phenomenal. Goo Goo Dolls, A Boy Named Goo. This is their fifth, I believe. Yeah. This is when they started.
This is when they found the goo.
We know the Goo Goo Dolls. I think this is where they found the goo.
In the lore.
They had to dig down in the couches and find the goo.
Yep, they got
really,
the goo.
Really, from what I understand, and we should do an episode on them, I guess. But it's when they got, I guess you say his name, Rzeznik. That's how I've always says it, Rzeznik. When they got him, that's when they started kind of like sounding like that. Hey, we got Collective Soul. Their second.
This is probably the one with the. Nope. Seems like it was the other one that had the big hit, but Collective Soul.
Tupac's third.
Cool.
Elton John, Made in England. I believe that is I recognize that cover. That's got to have some good ones on it.
I definitely recognize that cover. Does it not?
The two that are highlighted are Believe and Made in England.
I thought, to be honest, I thought that album artwork was for a greatest hits. Yeah, for sure.
He must have another one that looks familiar. Similar to that. Steve Vai, Alien Love Secrets. Love that one. Good stuff.
Stevie Wonder's 22nd.
His 22nd.
My goodness.
Jinx.
Dude. Killing it. That's all right.
I'm scrolling down here. Faith No More. We get their fifth. Skid Row, Subhuman Race. Honestly, at this point, Skid Row is kind of on their way out. This is their last album with Sebastian Bach. And it's not nearly as good, in my opinion, as the earlier two. I'm down in April now.
Yep, I'm moving into April. Wait, King Crimson still doing stuff? Huh?
They're 11th.
Man, out of nowhere, just...
Now, we do get the debut of Sugar Ray, who...
Oh, let's go.
Nice album cover. We were going to do an episode on Sugar Ray. I don't think we've done that one yet.
We have not. I would like to do it.
They were going to be like episode 3 or something, if I remember.
Yeah, they're one of my OG... like favorite bands from when I was a kid.
They're one of those bands that I hear and I'm like, oh, I love that song. Who does that song again? Oh, Sugar Ray. They have like 10 of those.
Yep. They had it. They ruled the radio.
Foreigner's the other band.
Okay.
Where you love the song and have no idea who does it. You look it up, it's Foreigner. And none of the songs sound the same. You're like, wait a second. I can't tell what Foreigner actually sounds like. We get the debut of Corona and Montel Jordan.
Okay. Moving along.
One of my personal favorite bands, Wet, Wet, Wet.
I knew you were gonna say.
They dropped their fourth. At Firehouse, shout out to the local boys. They're from here. They're Charlotte, North Carolina band.
Oh, nice. Yep, it says that right.
Released their third.
Sweet.
White Zombie, Pavement. Oh, that's their third. I thought they were new at this point.
What on earth?
Moonspell, I recognize. Oh, we get the debut of Behemoth. They have a crazy story. They're one of those, Polish extreme metal bands. And I believe that's the band where, let me find the controversy here. Oh. Maybe not. They're just criticized for being satanic and promoting murder. They were allowed to play in Poland. They were banned from Poland for a minute, it looks like. Okay, this is maybe not the band I was thinking it was. One of these extreme metal bands, one of the guys ended up committing suicide with like a shotgun.
Uh-huh.
And one or multiple of the other band members ended up wearing his skull as a necklace.
What the fuck?
It's a pretty crazy story there.
Pretty metal. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, it doesn't get any more metal than that.
I was going to say, that's about as metal as it gets, dude.
And then we get back to the Lunachicks. Just kidding. Slaughter, Fear No Evil.
Yeah,
nice.
Slaughter, Bob Dylan. They haven't canceled yet.
Bob Dylan, his 482nd.
Yep.
That's pretty cool.
Ted Nugent, Spirit of the Wild.
Nice. Ted Nugent's still rocking. I've seen that album.
Filter, Short Bus. That is a great album.
Oh, we get Real Big Fish's first full-length studio. And then Filter, I think you just said that one,
That is debut? Yep, that is their debut.
That's their
that
debut.
One's good.
Yeah.
I like that one.
I was looking at Real Big Fish, and I heard you say Filter. It just registered, so nice. Clutch, they're second. Bad Brains, they're sixth.
Bad Brains, American rock band.
Hey, we get Hanson's debut.
Oh, that nice.
It's got to have
I know you like
on
Hanson.
it, right?
Probably. Jamiroquai is
not.
on his second. Let's go. Big fan.
It does not. And they independently released. I can't talk. Independently released it. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, they don't.
Couple of kids.
They don't need a label.
Couple of kids, dude. Independently releasing music at like 4 years old. That's nuts.
All right.
1997 was Bop.
1997 is
so this was
Bop. Okay.
This is a full 2 years before that, and I think on Bop they were like, I mean, really young.
So if I had to guess, that this album probably got them a record deal.
Certainly could be.
That's what I would have to guess. Weird live album by Pink Floyd, Pulse. Forgot about that one.
I'm looking at the chart ratings here for Bop. How do I get to these places? Dude, this song went number one in like every country, including ours.
Nice.
That's insane. We got to do Hanson at some point. They've had a crazy career. All right, where we leave off? Dokken, Dysfunctional.
Yep, that's about where I'm at. I'm down here looking
aptly named.
Looking at the Beastie Boys.
It just says NEP. I don't know if that's their first, second, whatever.
I think they've been out since 80s now. I've been seeing
Erotic, their debut. German Eurodance project. That tracks. That sounds about right.
Yep, that everything looks right here. Oh, Kansas with their 12th, dude. They're still doing it. I can't wait to do them. Like, I actually have never heard any music outside of Carry On. Or actually, they have two hits, don't they? Carry On, My Wayward Son, and the other one.
The one from Old School.
Yeah.
Dust in the Wind.
I've only heard those two songs. Never heard any of their other stuff. So I'm like extremely excited to dive into their discography someday.
I think I'm right there with you. All right, we got a string of old heads here that released stuff in 1995. We got Eddie Money, Gary Moore, David Bowie, Black Sabbath, Van Morrison, Wasp.
Whoa. Everyone's feeling themselves in the 90s, man. The resurgence.
Like, dude, I gotta pay for these boats. Like, get back out there and make another hit.
Right?
And to be honest, I bet during this time, all of those artists were probably some of the tougher times of their careers, if I had to guess.
Yeah, I'm way down here.
Maybe not financially if they were smart, saved what they had, but as far as like success, I would be willing to bet this was a dip. I think the 90s was a big dip for anyone that came before it, basically.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. I'm way down here in June. There was a little
Go ahead and take a stab at Bjork's last name there when you and you'll understand why she just goes by Bjork.
Guðmundsdóttir.
Yeah, I was gonna say Guðmundsdóttir.
Guðmundsdóttir. That is
what is she from? Where's she from? Icelandic. Yeah,
Iceland.
That's cool. I got to get up there to Iceland. Alanis Morissette. We get her for her third. Sorry, Jagged Little Pill. But that is, I think, her biggest. And if it is, yeah, You Ought to Know.
Oh, okay, that's on that album.
And a bunch of others, but You Ought to Know. And if I remember, You Ought to Know had a crazy list of people who actually played on it. It was Dave Navarro on guitar and Flea on bass. And then some other guys. I had heard, the guy who played drums on it played for like AC/DC and Slash the Snake Pit and Alice Cooper.
It's like a super group crazy for a song.
And I don't know if they played other songs on that album or just that one. I had heard an interview with the producer say, and I don't know what was going on this day with Flea, but that his bass parts were so horrendously out of time that he had to do a pretty healthy amount of editing to get that to work.
Goodness. You know, the tempo, the heroin wasn't lining up with the tempo of the song. So
maybe he's hungover. Maybe he's, tripping. Who knows? But that had to have been crazy to be the producer and be like, hell yeah, Flea's coming in. This is gonna be awesome. And then you hit record and you're like, oh my god.
Like we said, the only thing that makes the only difference between a homeless meth head and Flea is the bass hanging around his neck. Honestly,
It's true.
that's literally
Very
it.
true. I just like it's interesting to me because I work in studios. I do a lot of recording and stuff that you can't hide in the studio. You can hide on stage. You can hide in interviews. You can hide everywhere. You cannot hide in the studio. Whoever is producing your album is going to immediately know if you live up to the hype or not. And that's got to be like an embarrassing feeling if you know like you're kind of a fraud. I'm not saying Flea is, but there are plenty of people that are.
Yeah.
Plenty of people that can't really sing, can't really play, and they're like glorified as being, you know, these massive superstars. And you get in the studio and the producer's just like, oh no.
Ooh.
The rumors are true. Paula Abdul, Head Over Heels. That's her third.
Get it, Paula. I don't think I've really listened to much of her.
Got a couple
music.
massive debuts right here. Cerberus Shoal and Reef.
Good old Reef.
Cerberus. I thought it was like cerebral when I started the word, then I realized
from-
it was not. But it's one of those words that if you start it wrong, you're going to finish it wrong. So you got to go back, start it over.
An English rock band from Glastonbury. Get it.
Very cool. I met someone from Glastonbury the other day, actually.
So let's see. The Verve. I feel like I've heard of them.
Yeah, I think it's good
Burning
stuff.
Spear still doing stuff. That's that 70s
I think we're
reggae
gonna
band.
have to
Goodness.
speed up a little bit here. We got Government
For sure.
Mules debut. They're pretty cool.
Ooh, Bon Jovi had
Neil
an
Young.
album.
Okay.
Down
Neil
here.
Young's 23rd. Nice.
What is this?
Still
Sixth
waiting on
studio
that good
album?
one, Neil. Just joking.
Oh, we got Bon Jovi
Bon Jovi's
sixth.
6th. Nice.
So does that count 6 since he went solo, or 6 even when he had the band?
I have no idea.
That's
Yeah, we do
not-
get the Foo Fighters debut as we move into July here.
Oh, sweet.
Dave Grohl wasted no time. I think Kurt Cobain killed himself in '94. And as the story goes, as far as I know it, this first Foo Fighters album, it was all Dave playing everything.
Yep.
And he didn't have any plans for it. He just went in the studio to kind of work through the feelings, I guess. And that's what came out. We get D'Angelo's debut.
D'Angelo.
311, that's got to be
311.
their debut, no?
I
It's
thought
their
they had
third.
their debut. Yeah, I was like, I think
Yeah.
we remember them having their debut. So this might be one of their bigger
Yeah.
albums, though. Let me see.
We get Selena's 5th and final, released posthumously. That's a sad story.
Yeah, I have a book for her, so she'll be an episode
We all
in
watched
the
that
future.
film in what, 6th grade Spanish class?
Yeah, I think so. Megadeth, Hidden Treasures, an EP.
Monica, her debut. Jodeci,
Jodeci.
they're from Charlotte.
I definitely just had a. Oh, that's funny. The Bloodhound Gang with their debut. Nice. I just hovered something and it popped up and I was like, I've seen that artwork before, and now I can't find. I don't know what I hovered. This is
I can't help you there.
frustrating. I know. It's like, man. So I think it was an album artwork that, like, man, I used to see it all the time. Oh well, must not be that important.
It'll come back to you if
Since
it does.
It came, it went.
Hey, we get Ben Folds 5 debut. I didn't realize they started that early.
Whose?
Ben Folds 5. He's I guess he's from here too, in Chapel Hill, North Carolina. Ben Folds is a really good like pianist singer.
Oh,
He
gotcha.
does really cool music. It kind of sounds like what's that Christian band that's like super catchy?
Oh, I know the one you're talking about. I feel like.
I'm looking here. I'll try to
Okay.
find it.
I'm gonna keep going down. We're in August right now, I believe. There's a lot of music from a lot of people I don't know being released all the time.
Started with an M, right?
I think so. Dude, here you go. Garbage's debut with the album Garbage. Perfect.
What do we write? Reliant K.
Reliant K. Okay.
Yeah, I was way off, but that's what it was. That's what I was trying to think of. Yeah, we get Garbage's debut. Nice. All right. What do we got? The Mortal Kombat
Ooh,
soundtrack.
Blind Melon with their, what is it, second?
It's got to be their second. We saw
Yep.
their first, I think, last year.
They don't
This
do
is
a
also
whole
the
lot,
last album released during the lifetime of Shannon Hoon, their vocalist. Shannon Hoon was also in the Don't Cry music video, Guns N' Roses.
No effects.
Richie Blackmore's Rainbow.
Boy George with his fifth. Okay.
Dude, we get Dishwalla. Come on now. Don't miss Dishwalla.
My bad.
That's
my
their
bad.
first. That's a 90s band right there. Faith Evans and Faith Hill, 2 days, actually same day. Oh, we get Symphony X. That's their second. I really like that band. They're a great band.
I feel like you've shown me some of their stuff before.
Yeah, if you like Dream Theater, you'd like Symphony X. But a lot of things, one of the main things I hear people have wrong with Dream Theater is they don't like the singer. And Symphony X is basically Dream Theater with like a phenomenal singer.
Gotcha.
7 Mary 3, is this their first? That's their second, dude.
Right here we got Blur, and then
And
we
Hole.
have Red Hot Chili Peppers, Hole. Yep.
Lenny Kravitz Circus.
MC
Just talked
Hammer
about
still
him.
doing stuff.
MC Hammer famously made a lot of money and then spent all of it, right?
I don't actually
That's
know a
him.
whole lot about him specifically.
I think he was famous for like going completely broke, even though he made like billions or whatever. Like, pretty crazy.
Tacos sometimes.
Dream Theater, speaking of them, A Change of Seasons. It's the first EP. Yeah, I don't know how we define EP. Dream Theater has a habit of putting out really short albums. So like it'd be like 6 to 8 songs, but every song's like 12 minutes.
Yep.
So time wise, it's like the same as an album, but if you look at the track list, it looks really short.
Tool does that sometimes as well.
So I don't know that I'd call that an EP. But hey, who cares?
Yeah, well,
4
Look at that.
debuts here in September.
4.
Splendora, Down, Sunvolt, and Rammstein.
Okay. AC/DC with Ball Breaker here. Prince with the Gold Experience, his 17th.
I recognize that album cover for sure. The Temptations still hanging on.
Oh, nice. Toto with their 9th.
That brings us to October here. Oasis. What's the Story? Morning Glory. That's their second and an absolutely amazing album.
I like the cover is really good.
Track listing on that. That has Wonderwall, Don't Look Back in Anger, and Champagne Supernova, as well as Morning Glory, She's Electric, Cast in a Shadow, Some Might Say, and Roll With It. Those are all songs that are highlighted on Wikipedia. It also has a few others that are not. So I think this is without a doubt their most successful.
We got Iron Maiden, Deftones debut, Mariah Carey with her Daydream, which went diamond. A big album here. Reba McEntire with a platinum album here, starting over her 20th. Nice.
Jeez. Candlebox.
Green Day,
Sneaking in here with their second.
No Doubt, Janet Jackson, Tears for Fears. Okay, Fleetwood Mac. Man, nice little Peter Frampton. Nice little run there of 80s.
Yeah, that's true. But again, I think it's, if you were to go in any of these artists' career, I bet a lot of people would say, like, didn't they release this pile of shit? You know what I mean?
Yeah, probably.
I'm not saying that that's true. I'm just saying, like, every artist has that time in their career where it's
dude,
like dipping.
Semisonic with their EP.
There you go. This
They
has
do closing time for anybody. And I didn't know
think
they were
this
out of
had it on.
Minneapolis. That's cool.
Power Trio. This is their first release. It was originally released in 95 and later re-released following the success of their song Closing Time.
Okay, so closing time must have been one of their earlier songs. And
Yeah, but
like their only
it's
one.
not listed on this.
So
It's
it
not
might
listed on this album, though.
Well, I'm saying that one might be with the re-release. They might have added that as like the single to it.
I
That's
see.
what it's saying.
It's on their. It looks like their third is where.
Third,
It came.
okay. Some Steely
It's their
Dan.
second album, but their third release.
I'm trying to get through this a little quicker. I'm not seeing a whole lot that would overcome it. I don't think it can overcome 91, even if
No chance.
even
No.
in its wildest dreams at this point. I see an Ozzy album, Def Leppard compilation album down here in October. Just not seeing anything.
What do you
that
mean?
could
We have
push it.
Osmosis by Ozzy Osbourne.
My bad. My bad. Not giving him his flowers on that one.
We do get Incubus's debut.
Okay. That's not bad. Not bad.
What are you talking about? It can't beat 91. We get the debut of the Rainbow Butt Monkeys.
Oh yeah, how could I forget?
It's the only album before they changed their name to Finger 11.
Finger 11.
2 terrible albums or names. All right. Enrique Iglesias' debut. That's nice.
Oh, we got Alice.
Have you seen the videos of him not being able to sing?
No, I haven't.
It's pretty funny. What's Alice in Chains' third?
Alice in Chains, the self-titled.
Oh yeah, with the 3-legged dog on the cover.
Yep. You named it.
I'm done here. I'm at the bottom.
Yeah, I didn't see anything else worth mentioning. Sorry, 95.
Right.
You're kind of lame.
96. Here we go.
Not gonna lie.
Year my sister was born. Think your brother too.
Yep, my brother was born this year. So, well, 95 was Nicole's year. So, unfortunate. She had a pretty lame year in music.
I mean, one of the worst.
One of the worst. Gosh, what an awful year. I'm just gonna pester her about it when she gets home. Yeah, I know. We have a lot to get through. All right, I'm jumping in right away. 96. Kid Rock with his third. Okay.
Except, Mr. Big releasing their fourth. These are not releases worth mentioning too much. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Easy.
Like, are we trying to look for just big releases? Yeah.
Anybody notable? Because there's like, I feel like about 70% of what I'm looking at is a smaller band that not many people would hear of. So I'm trying to hit that top percentage of just what people are familiar with. But as far as like, if we're just calling out big releases, there might be a bit of
yeah, there's like 4.
There might be just a huge groups of silence.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to
we have,
highlight artists that we that people are probably familiar with, even if it's
a lot of metal
album.
here in January. We got Dimmu Borgir, Napalm Death, Ministry, and I assume Dark Funerals metal. Yeah, Swedish black metal. We get their debut. Then we get Deep Purple's Perpendicular. Nice.
I like that.
Who
Who's
let
the
these
singer
people?
at this point?
Let's find out. It says it's the first with Steve Morse on guitar, though.
Okay, so band's still doing its evolution thing.
Oh, Ian Gillan's back.
Gillan.
Actually, this is one of the most original lineups. Ian Gillan, John Lord, Roger Glover, Ian Pace. Those are all the original guys, and then Steve Morse instead of Richie Blackmore on guitar.
Sweet.
So that's pretty damn close to the original.
That's probably a good album then.
The 90s hit, and they were like, can we get this going again?
Yeah, right. All right, we got Tennessee Moon by Neil Diamond. Got another Tupac out his fourth.
All Eyes on Me, and guess if eyes is spelled with a Z.
Bruce Dickinson's Skunk Works. I like
Jim
that
Blossom's
album.
third.
Dude, that album artwork looks cool. I like that a lot.
Really doesn't look like
You said who's third?
Bruce Dickinson. Jim Blossoms.
Oh, okay.
Hey, we get Goldfinger. It is their debut.
That is the.
They're known for like most of their songs are in like Tony Hawk Pro Skater, and actually know their bass player pretty well. You do too, Kelly Lemieux.
Oh, okay.
He's not on this album.
Yeah,
but, he goes on to be on there later ones, I think.
yeah. I'm trying to look at the track list.
And now he's in Buck Cherry now. He's been in Buck Cherry for a long time. We got Bad Religion, Enough's Enough.
Asia. Get out of the 90s. Stay in the 80s. You're not welcome
I
here.
know, right? But we have a lion with wings on the cover, and the wing has 12 eyes. Still no.
Okay. Ooh, Bad Hair Day by Weird Al. He's had like an album like every other year, if it seems like.
I just saw last night someone I know is going on tour as his bass player.
Oh, sweet. That's pretty cool.
It's pretty funny gig. How about 7 Year Bitch? I gotta send that. I gotta send a picture of that to my friends because their band's name is 7 Year Witch.
Oh, that's hilarious. If I'm not mistaken, is that album Black Cat? Or am I stupid?
What do you mean? Oh yeah, Black Cat. Yep.
Okay. Good news. I'm not stupid this time. All right, we got Bare Naked Ladies, Born on a Pirate Ship, their third. I like that band, so I got to mention them. Prince with a soundtrack album for the movie Girl 6, I think. Or what is the film? Yep, film of the same name. Nickelback's an EP. This is their first release, so Nickelback EP.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, Stone Temple Pilots. What is this? Your third. Okay, not bad. Oh, dude, your favorite band, Anal Cunt.
Yep. I just saw them there. And this one's called 40 More Ways to Hate Us. Is that what it says?
40 More Reasons to Hate Us. Yep. There we go. All right, moving into April. Beastie Boys with their a compilation. An instrumental compilation by the Beastie Boys? I'd love the Beastie Boys if they just shut the fuck up. Jesus. What else? Ooh, Semisonic's Great Divide. Is this the one that has it? Or you said their third has... Yeah. Rage Against the Machine second here. Evil Empire.
Yeah.
Big fan of that. Brooks and Dunn with their fourth studio album. Modest Mouse debut. Gosh, that album title. This is a long drive for someone with nothing to think about. This is a long album title with nothing to say. The Cranberries with their third album. George Strait, Hootie and the Blowfish with their second that they released too quickly behind their first. So this one kind of flopped. In fact, everything they would do would flop after their first album. But it's all right. We still love them.
Of course.
Dave Matthews Band's Crash, the second studio album. We're familiar with that one. I believe so. That one's got, I mean, the song Crash is pretty big. I think there's another song or two on here that's good.
Crazy.
Moving into May here. Pantera still doing it with their eighth. Donna Lewis debut.
Yeah, the Great Southern Trendkill. That's a good one. Got some good stuff on that one. Def Leppard Slang. That's a killer album. Didn't know that came out then. I thought it was later than that.
I think that George Michael album, dude, that one is. I just know that
Nickelback's
album
actual debut.
artwork. Oh, their debut actually came out now. What was their debut? Curb.
I guess there's debut release and then debut album if your actual first release is not an album.
Yeah, because they did an EP as their debut release, but that doesn't count, I guess.
3 different debuts here, or 4 actually, sorry. Morning Again, these are bands. Super Furry Animals, Honey Crack, and the Suicide Machines. Hawkwind releases a live album. King's X. They're nice. They're 6th. Soundgarden down on the upside. Every band's got to have an album cover that looks like that, and it's got to be 5th or more in their discography. You see that Soundgarden one?
Where is the sound? Yeah.
May 21st.
Oh, got it. Yep. That checks out.
Every band. Like how much is that like Coldplay's 5th album, U2's 5th album, Metallica's 6th? That like every
dude, for sure.
Every band has that cover.
We just need silhouettes.
Yeah. Great White somehow still doing it.
You know what? You guys should break the trend, and you already have your first album, right? Or are you putting together the first?
We just have singles out.
Just the singles? Okay, when you put together the first, just get ahead of the chase. Do that artwork for your first album.
There you go.
Wait, Scorpions?
I mean, it works. It looks good.
Yep, back to their usual album artwork ways.
Jimmy Buffett, Banana Wind, his 20th.
Goodness.
I swear Jimmy Buffett only had 5 songs. How's he have 20 albums?
I know. That blew my mind, too.
How much filler? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, right.
I mean, do it. Jimmy Buffett's obviously was massive. All right, we're down here. Ice-T.
Yep,
Metallica Load.
Load.
A lot of people don't like that one or the next one. Or the next one. It's like, it's weird. Metallica fans, it's like, do you even like Metallica? Like, you talk so much shit.
That's very true. Willie Nelson with his...
Because all the Load, Reload, even St. Anger and stuff, like, I've always liked pretty much all of it. And I don't love the earliest stuff, which I realize is backwards for most Metallica fans, and that's just because of the recording, like, production and quality and stuff. That's not... has anything to do with the songs.
Gotcha. Just the studios they recorded at.
Hey, we get Zakk Wylde, Book of Shadows. I love that album. That's like a top album for me.
I think I'm only familiar with that album artwork through you.
Yeah, killer. All right, moving on down. Third Day. I mean, nothing here is even close.
Dude, right?
91, dude. Like,
I know. Jay-Z's debut here. It's not a bad...
Right, that's something.
Not a bad debut. It's mentionable. De La Soul.
Moving into July. There's some De La Soul.
Ario Speedwagon, Prince with his regular release.
Yep, monthly release per Prince. Hey, we get Tonic, Lemon Parade. That's one of their biggest, their debut, I think. Yeah, what is that? Yeah, if you could only see the way.
Okay, yeah, I know. What band was that you said that did that?
Tonic.
That was Tonic?
If you could only... Starting to get a little bit of that sound.
Each time, just a little more.
Yeah, and then if you could only...
Yep.
Let's get into Creed and stuff in a few years. The next logical evolution is just like... It's like
now you're getting into the Eddie Vedder, dude. No pronunciation, just growling. All right, we got Jimmy Eat World with their second. The Black Crowes with their...
the Black Crowes.
Fourth. Okay, I thought it was going to be their
Snakes
third.
And One Charm. They had 2 big ones, and then it's been a struggle for them since for the Black Crowes.
Yeah, that's all right. Sublime.
They can't get their like personalities together, dude. That's their problem. I didn't realize it till I read the drummer's book. But they just they struggle with like a lot of stuff as far as like ego and making more money than this guy and like just like kicking people out behind their back, just like crazy stuff where it's like, why aren't you guys just be cool? We get Sublime's third. I think I recognize this cover. I think this has some hits on it.
It definitely should. I believe this might be one of their best performing.
This has What I Got and Santeria.
And Wrong Way. Yeah, this is their Doing Time.
Doing Time, Caress Me Down. April
that's their biggest one.
Miami.
Full show. Okay. Well, at least this year didn't... It's making up. It's not embarrassing itself. But...
Alice in Chains does their Unplugged. That's a really good Unplugged.
Oh, yeah. I know you love that one. You watched that one. That one's phenomenal. A lot of acoustic stuff, if I remember correctly.
I think most of those MTV Unplugs are mostly acoustics. Nirvana's done one. Alice in Chains. I think most of the grunge bands did. And then a couple other bands that you might not... would surprise you. did it, and I can't remember who they are at this point. Better than Ezra, Randy Travis, his 10th. Randy Travis. Look how he's a funny looking dude. Randy Travis about to go on tour. He's had a stroke. He can barely talk. So I'm wondering how that's going to happen. He just released a new song. Oh. And the way they did it is they took all his vocal recordings and used AI to make the new one. Obviously with his help, because he can't really speak or sing. So now I'm sitting here wondering, like, well, how's he going to go on tour?
Smile and wave while they just play his music behind him.
Yeah, he's just out there signing stuff. It's like a big meet and greet, basically. Typo negative.
Yeah, I'm down here in September.
Oh, Outcast. We get AT Aliens.
Nice.
AT Aliens. We were talking about them in the van the other day, going through trying to figure out which hit was on which album again. Pearl Jam, No Code.
That's a fun game to play. Oh, dude, Rush, Test for Echo. I don't think it's anything, but I know my dad owned it. I can just tell. I just remember seeing the CD, but I honestly don't think there's anything worthwhile on that album.
I'm sure they'd appreciate you saying that. Steve Vai, Fire Garden. As soon as it comes out, they just rap on it. They spent months in the studio debating over every single note. Comes out, Ashton goes, yeah, not really anything quality on this one. I'm going to go back and listen to 2112 for the 8,000th time.
Yes, sir. I mean, that was their 16th. You can't tell me they're all
Isn't that so funny? Isn't that
heaters,
so funny?
right?
Like how people yeah, no way, dude.
Yeah.
But also time kind of moves on from bands, you know?
Yeah, true.
Like it could have been the best album ever of like 1970 something, but it's 1996 now.
Here's a little run. Cake, Steve Vai, ZZ Top, Dio. Okay. Iron Maiden with a Money Collector.
Here's the tour I want to see. Iron Maiden and Fatboy Slim.
Okay.
That is the tour I want to see.
Weezer with Pinkerton. Their second album.
Nice.
All right, I'm moving into October. Tool.
Yeah, we get Tool's Enema.
Nice.
Nirvana's. Here we go. We get the NFL street guy himself, Exhibit.
Dude, let's go.
Remember that, dude?
Yes, I do.
I remember Exhibit, dude. Is he still alive?
I don't know.
Yeah, he's only 50.
Killing it. Ooh, Matchbox 20 with their debut album, Yourself or Someone Like You.
Which one was that?
That's the one. If you hover the art, you'll immediately go, oh, gotcha. That one has Real World, Long Day, 3 a.m.
20.
Push.
That's their debut. Yeah, huge.
Yep. Big.
I just missed the artist name because I was reading about
Exhibit
and his acting career.
Oh.
Arch Enemy. That's their debut. Female-fronted metal band.
Genuine. Let's go.
Marilyn Manson releases Antichrist Superstar. That's one of his biggest, if I remember correctly.
Oh, that one has Pony on it. That's Genuine's album with Pony.
There you go.
It's his debut. Okay.
Dude, how much money does Timbaland have? Because every time I see an album that's like crushed it in that space, Timbaland was the producer.
He's probably just one of those like just quiet, super rich. Like I say quiet, even though his name's everywhere, but like I don't ever really see himself, you know. Just keep it to himself, dude.
I just Googled image him. He literally just wears like t-shirts and hoodies.
You just can't even tell. Yeah.
He just looks like some guy you'd see in the grocery store. Like crazy. But he's worked with everyone. He's done every Justin Timberlake album and song from what I know. And that's just like the beginning.
All right, we got Korn's second album. All right. Motorhead with their 13th, Staying Alive. Counting Crows, their second album. Bad Company out of nowhere.
Cool.
Van Halen with a best of. Come on, give me something new, something cool.
Journey, Trial by Fire, they're, done. Steve Perry's out of the band. They're doing other stuff now. Not to say they don't have a couple good songs in there, but it's not the Journey we knew for sure.
Here's
LA Guns just refusing to throw in the towel.
Here's Slipknot's first album. Mate, Feed,
Where's this?
Kill,
Oh, the very
Repeat.
bottom there.
Yep.
That was their first.
Is that Skillet's debut up there? Yep, Skillet's debut as well.
There's nothing on that album.
Nope, but that's their first album release, so.
I think it's before. Yeah, this is before Corey Taylor was in the band.
Oh, really? I didn't know that the band existed before Corey Taylor.
They don't have.
Is Joey in
many of their. Yeah, they don't have many of their main guys. They have Joey and Clown, and then Paul Gray on bass, and that's it.
Oh, dude, Snoop Dogg's second album?
Okay, so that Slipknot album was a demo, basically.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense. Jeez.
Spice Girls, their debut. Does that have the hit on it? I'll tell you what I want.
It probably does, right?
Let's see. Yeah, it does.
It does. Sick. Oh, wait. I
actually got a few hits on it.
I accidentally went over Eminem's debut, Infinite.
Nice.
Oops. See.
Less Than Jake. I didn't know they were out this early. More Prince.
Bush. Their second.
Dang, dude.
Dude, Russell Root staying alive. Bjork.
Why didn't she decide to go by Quoman's daughter?
You know what? We'll have to ask her.
Yeah.
All right. Let's move along to 97. 96.
Dude, Nerf Herder.
Nerf Herder?
There's an American band called Nerf Herder.
Dude, they definitely...
He describes himself as a geek rock band.
That makes sense.
That's pretty funny. This year sucked.
Yeah. I thought it was kind of better than 95, but it still was not great.
All right, we got Kenny G, Incubus, right. TNT, Vertical Horizon, Daft Punk.
Oh, dude, that's Homework came out this year. Let's go. I love Homework.
Nice.
Great album.
Cool of you to say that. I love Homework too.
Oh, true. Yeah, the album, not the thing.
Laszlo Bane, gotta love him. He sounds like he'd be a Batman villain. Ooh, Johnny Lang, love him. Killer guitarist, does some cool songs.
Goodness, take a look at that David Bowie's Earthling cover for me. What do you think about that? All right.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty cool. Very cool.
All right, The Offspring.
Texas. The band Texas is a Scottish rock band from Glasgow.
Dude, let's go.
Despite their name, they have no connection with Texas.
I love that. Oh.
That's so funny. Imagine that band meeting. Guys, I got our band name. It's going to be called Texas. What? Why? What?
Huh?
Yeah, just trust me. We get a few debuts here. We get debut. Handsome. Not Hanson, but Handsome. Like, wow, he's so handsome. Papa Roach.
Okay.
What was on this debut? Find out what was on that debut for me while I read the last one. Erykah Badu. Oh, and one more down here. Cole Chamber. And then one more. Manson. Sorry. Manson. It's yeah. Mansun. Manson.
And we got nothing from that.
Of course, they're from Chester. I've been to Chester.
Nothing showing up as a single from
that. Stroking out.
Roach.
I cannot talk today.
Too much
Pinhead Gunpowder.
Music overload.
Debut. I'm just reading the debuts now. Dan Byrne, Savage Garden. That's far enough. So I'm going to go back up now. We get Blur by Blur.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think you missed a whole lot in between there.
Oh, Big
in the
Head Todd and the
credits.
Monsters. I like them. They're cool. They're kind of like if you like Hootie and the Blowfish, you'd like Big Head Todd and the Monsters.
Yeah, I've
And if
not
you like Big Head
heard
Todd
of
and the Monsters, you're gonna love Anal Cunt's album. I Like It When You Die.
to tie that together. I don't think
That's what you get when not giving a fuck goes too far in the other direction.
right.
You should maybe give a little fucks. Just like give 10%.
Maybe an occasional one. Oh, dude, Marcy Playground.
That guy's just like, nope, none, zero, never.
Marcy Playground debut. Did that have Sex and Candy? It did have Sex and Candy. All right.
Who is this? What's the guy's name? Oh, Marcy Playground.
Marcy Playground. Yeah, that's their debut.
I didn't realize that was the band.
Oh, Sister Hazel.
Sister Hazel.
Let's go. Second album. When did we miss their debut? Oh, well.
Oh, true. For sure, we're not seeing every single album that came out, but this one has this album has the re-recorded and more well-known version of "All for You,"
Okay. And then right below that, we have
which is their biggest hit to date. That hit number 11. I didn't know that.
Did it really?
And it was included in the soundtrack for the film The Wedding Planner.
Oh, that's awesome. Go Sister Hazel. So right below that, we have Godsmack's debut, which is pretty sweet, all wound up. Haven't listened to them in a while. We have U2's Pop, their ninth. Collective Soul with another. Ted Nugent Won't Go Away.
It's stubborn for sure. Gotta love it.
Not as stubborn as Johnny Cash, who's still doing it on here. Dude is.
What number is that?
I'll have to find one. There was one on the last year, and it was.
It
was like
we'll let him go.
The way it was listing like what album it was. I couldn't keep up with it because it wasn't just like the flat number. It was like this is the second time he's done this full compilation double-sided thing with this new recording studio. Like what? Okay, chill out now. How many albums?
It's like they're just recording like every voice note he's ever made is like being released onto an album. They're like, dude, some of these you could just keep to yourself. How about we try releasing only the stuff we feel really good about? Selena, the original motion picture soundtrack to the movie Selena. We get Aerosmith, Made in America, and 9 Lives, released on the same day. Yeah.
Yep.
That's right. I'm trying to figure out how. It was designed to coincide, obviously, with the release of the 9 Lives album. That's a weird call. Not even a double album. It's just like you get an album and a half. We get The Simpsons, Songs in the Key of Springfield.
Yep, we got some Dinosaur Jr. again, Queensryche. Daft Punk's Homework gets released in the U.S. now.
Ben Folds 5 releases an album. Now, there's a Randy Travis song that was really famous called Forever and Ever Amen, and this album is called Whatever and Ever Amen. That's pretty funny. It's got to be joking on that, yeah.
Oh, dude, here's Notorious B.I.G.'s second album and the one that comes out right after he dies, Life After Death.
And then, of course, we get Queensryche's Here in the Now Frontier.
I can't wait for their, what is it called? Is it American Soldier? That comes out in the 2000s.
Oh, yeah. Everybody hated that album, but we really liked it.
We loved that thing. It was good.
Yeah. We played that a lot. We get the debut of Quasi. Whitesnake, Restless Heart. Nice. All right, let's get into April. Dillinger Escape Plan's debut and Yellow Card's debut.
Yellow Card's debut. Nice.
That's awesome, man. You remember that? Was that your birthday party? Someone in your house's birthday party. We had a bunch of people over up in the playroom, and we were playing Ocean Avenue on repeat for like an hour.
It was probably me and Braden. We always just did ours together since our birthdays are so close.
Had to have been. You're right. But I remember that very specifically. I can remember the layout of the room and everything.
Yeah, I was going to say, I can see that room in my head right now. It's been a while.
Ace Frehley, 12 picks. Actually, looking back on that, it's weird that a house like that had a room like that. You know?
Right? It was a weird shaped room
Didn't
for
realize
over
that
the
till
garage.
right now, but I was like, that's kind
Yeah.
of an interesting room for like, because all those houses we lived in the same neighborhood, they were all kind of the same. Like I have been in a lot of them because friends lived there and stuff. No house had a room like yours did.
Yeah, and that was like the room over the garage. Yeah,
Yeah.
and it
But it was like
the
like you
cubbies
stepped
in
down
it.
into
Like,
it, right?
yeah, and it
it
was
had the big
that.
cubbies
Yeah,
for
there
the
were
beds.
steps
Yeah.
down. Yeah, into it. You're right. Now that
That's
I
like a
think
very
about it,
that's like a very
so
70s
weird.
design.
Yeah.
Stepping down into the room, that's like a 70s thing, I feel like.
Oh, dude.
Richard
Sorry.
Marx, Flesh and Bone.
My eyes just went up and I saw another debut. Third Eye Blind. Their
Third Eye
debut.
Blind debut. Amazing album.
Yeah, I was gonna say they killed it right
I
off the
think this
bat.
has a lot of their hits. Let's look at that track listing.
Losing a whole
Semi
year,
Charm
Sunshine
Life
Life,
and Jumper and How's It Going to Be?
Oh yeah.
This is how it's gonna be.
I love that band.
Man,
Creed's
they have
debut
such
as
good
well.
stuff. My Own Prison, dude. I guess that is 1997. I feel like these things are going to come later, but it's about right. Not about right. It is this time. Yeah, that's a great album. So much good stuff on that.
This year's not bad.
Torn.
It's not. It's no 91 yet, but this year has got some stuff.
This year's
so
okay.
Far. Yeah. It's not embarrassing itself.
Seven Dust debut. Dawkins just won't go away. It's 1997, boys.
Mary J. Blige has her third.
George Strait, Carrying Your Love With Me. I assume that has that song on it as well. It's a really big song.
All right.
It has the lyric, I'm carrying your love with me from West Virginia down to Tennessee. And I'm just thinking, like, it's really not that far.
Yeah. Got him.
As soon as I hit Georgia,
May.
fuck you.
Georgia. Moving into May right now.
Wasp released Kill Fuck Die, of course. Really classy guys there. Hanson, we get Middle of Nowhere, their debut studio album, the first to be released on a major label. Features slicker production. What's on this, though? Mbop. Okay, so they released Mbop. They're about to take over the charts. But I want it to tell me the age of the kids in this band. I'm going to have to Google it. Okay, so when this album came out, they were 16, 14, and 11.
Huh.
That is insane. Although I guess you start to think about Backstreet Boys as kind of... Actually, speaking of, we'll probably see Backstreet Boys in the next year or two.
Yeah. We see them... Actually, it might be this...
Oh, Foo Fighters dropped Color in the Shape. That's one of their big ones. Sammy Hagar, let's see if it's all red. Okay. A little bit red, not all red. Radiohead dropped OK Computer. That's one of their biggest.
There's NSYNC's In Sync.
Oh, so they've already come out. Backstreet Boys already came out.
Yeah.
Must not have just been on here. Dude, let's do our hair like the guy in the middle. That's Chris Kirkpatrick, I think. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'll rock it for sure. My hair will fall like that too.
Your hair kind of already... I remember you kind of had that for a minute.
Yeah, if I have it at the right length, it'll do that.
One of my favorite bands, Moist. Just joking. G3 live in concert. I guess it's the first one. That's Joe Satriani's touring project where he brings out some other good guitar players and they go around and jam and shred. And this first one was Steve Vai and Eric Johnson. Pretty cool. Boston dropped their greatest hits. It includes 3 new tracks. Rush.
Yeah,
Won't
see
Back
Rush, Art Garfunkel, Wu-Tang Clan second. Moving along. John Bon Jovi put something else out.
If someone out there could get me a collector's edition of Pushing the Salmonella Envelope by Jimmy's Chicken Shack, I would really appreciate it.
Oh man, that album is
The album has sold nearly 20 copies.
20, dude. So that
Just
thing would
kidding.
be rare, right?
They only printed 25, so they still didn't hit their goal. No, it seemed like it did all right. It sold more than 200,000 copies, actually. These are jokes, people. It's amazing how many people can't take jokes. Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
Remember we were talking about Prince on an old podcast episode? Some guy wrote in like furious. It's like, bro, we love Prince. What are you talking about?
Yeah, right? I think it's
Relax.
fun.
Relax.
It's fun to make fun of the things that you like. I feel like it's the most fun to make fun of things like your own interests and stuff, but then like...
Well, because you know it the best. Like, that's why the
Yeah.
Family Guy Star Wars and South Park Star Wars, not South Park, Robot Chicken, why they're so funny, because they come from big fans. Hey, we get Dude Ranch by Blink-182. That's a nice one.
I want to see the cover of that one. That one's...
It's the cow with the balls.
Okay. Yep.
Switchfoot. Is this their first?
Okay.
Yeah.
Debut of Switchfoot. All right.
Were you with me when we were trying to break the Switchfoot CD in the car?
Maybe.
Pretty sure you were with me. I think
feel
we were
like
coming
that
back from
rings
the
a
rodeo.
bell, but I don't...
We had a Switchfoot CD, and I decided I would try to snap it, and that's when I found out you can't really break CDs. It's really, really hard.
Not easily, yeah.
Paul Rogers.
Testament. Motley Crue. Okay. With their
What album is that? The pig one?
Generation Swine. Yep.
Yeah. Where is this? Where are you? I'm trying to find. I found you.
Insane Clown Posse with their fourth.
Brad.
Brad.
Gotta love Brad. Not a man, it's a band. Edwin McCain. This is his second, and it does have I'll Be, which is his biggest song by. It's not even close. He's from Greenville, I think.
Ooh, Dropkick Murphys with a...
Yeah, he's from
EP.
Greenville, South Carolina.
Ooh, Limp Bizkit. Uh-oh. Debut for Limp Bizkit. $3 bill, y'all.
Better than Firm Biscuit.
Ooh, dude. Smash Mouth's debut as well.
Hell yeah.
I like that album, actually. It's good.
We had a funny idea in the tour van the other day. So we're going to start a tribute to Smash Mouth called Smash Mouth. And what we're going to do is not listen to the songs other than the ones we already know. And we're going to perform the songs by reading the charts live as we think they should sound, having no idea how they actually sound.
I wonder what
It's going to be $45 a ticket.
Jesus. What is there going to be like
Smash Mouth?
4 people there?
Probably not. No, probably
not even.
none.
I'll show up. I'll support that. I got you,
Yeah, it should
dude.
be a fun time. That's the joke we make when we hear a bad cover. We're like, I don't even think they listened to the song. I think someone just described it to them and they did their best to like
Imitate it.
You know?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, that's not quite. I see what you're going for, but that's not quite it.
Uh-oh.
Misdemeanor Elliot dropping Super Duper Fly.
It's a touchy subject right now, but P. Diddy's debut as Puff Daddy.
All right.
And the Bad
was a
Boy
touchy
family.
subject always.
Puff Daddy and the Bad Boy family. Oh, well, he's been telling us since he hit the scene.
Did you hear my joke?
What?
I said, I think it's been a touchy subject the whole time.
Because he touches
Did you
boys.
see they discovered
All right.
1,000 bottles of lube in
Yes,
his house?
I
Did
saw
you see that?
Yep. 1,000
That is-
bottles of lube, bro.
Hilarious. Bro shops at Sam's Club. Gotta respect it.
It's just a better price when you
wanted
buy in
one,
bulk,
but it's a
man.
better deal if you
it's a
buy
better
10,000.
deal if you just buy it in bulk.
It's like, yeah, it's a better price per unit, but you spent 10,000 as much money.
Oh, 98
That
degrees
always made me laugh.
with the debut.
Their debut, nice. You remember them, right?
Yeah, I think I know like one song of theirs.
Everyone knows one song, or well, not everyone, but there's only one song to know.
Yeah, that's.
Put it
I was
that
like,
way.
I think they have the.
We had the
one
Christmas album
radio
though,
hit.
so I know some of those.
311
Pantera
was
drops a
another.
live album.
Here's Backstreet Boys. Remember they got released
Shit, dude, we got
internationally
2 more
before the
years
US.
after this. We gotta go.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, here's Backstreet Boys
Yeah.
debut.
Yep, found it.
Or-
So we know some stuff's funky here because NSYNC had already come out, which is backwards as we know.
Yep.
Head PE's debut, nice.
Oasis
Sold
was
nearly
another-
100 copies. Oasis.
Shaggy with his 4th? Man, I thought we just talked about his debut like 2 years ago. He's been killing it. I'm going pretty quick, that's why.
Finger 11. Oh, Chumbawamba released Tub Thumper.
We got
Get
Incubus's second.
Now get up again.
There you go.
Puddle of Mud, I guess that's got to be their debut.
Usher's second.
Busta Rhymes showing up.
Boys to Men
Elton John,
with
the
their
big picture. That's his 25th.
Yeah, he has so much music, dude. The Rolling
Ruby
Stones
Clark dropping an
released an album this year. Okay, interesting.
Robbie Williams.
Yeah, I don't really see anything else that's worth mentioning for the rest of the year. I'm gonna hit
Yeah, doing a
98.
quick scroll through as well. Green Day Nimrod, that's pretty big. Letters to Cleo. Deftones. Oh, Kiss released Carnival of Souls.
Are they in makeup at this point in the late 90s? with
That
their
one they are
albums?
not.
They are
no.
not. Okay.
At least not on the cover. Yeah, I think we're. Oh, Metallica released Reload.
Load and then
Hey, we get Will
reload.
Smith, Big Willie style. I had that album.
Okay.
Will Smith and his nice clean rap. All right, 98.
Yep. 98. Let's get it.
90s ain't shit.
Yeah, 91 is still
There's some good
above
stuff
and
hiding in
beyond.
here.
Yeah, there's some good stuff, but 91 had the bulk of it.
It
got a
seems
Dropkick
so. All right, we got these
Murphys.
last 2 years to crank through.
Yep, I got Dropkick Murphys
The
debut
Chicks,
album.
man, they went back and changed their names
Chicks.
retroactively. Can you do that? Because if you they were the Dixie Chicks, and if you look at the album, it just says Dixie Chicks, huge as shit. So you're like, wait a second, like
Where are you seeing where the Chicks at?
they're one of the last ones in January. Like I understand, you can make the argument, change the name, and the artist can change their name. That's all fine. I'm not talking about that. But I don't think you should retroactively go back and change what's already been released. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that
Like
that
the
makes
best you
sense.
could do is just move forward, not go back and be like, all right, we'll go back and clean up all this stuff based on today's standards. It's like, well, that was a different standard, It wasn't a problem then. Or maybe it was. I don't know. I'm not an expert. Prince released Crystal Ball.
Pearl Jam released Yield.
Yep. It's a good one.
We got Destiny's Child's debut.
Destiny's Children.
Yeah.
How would you make that plural? Destiny's Child's.
Child's.
Destiny's Children debut. There we go. Jonathan Cain. Piano-based instrumental album. That's nice. That's probably pretty cool.
Don't skip over Nashville Pussy with their debut album Let Them Eat Pussy.
Oh, I wasn't gonna.
I figured you wouldn't, but
Nominated for a Grammy.
was it really?
Yep.
I just looked at the album artwork and them and just immediately wrote them off. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, hey, dude, we get Train by Train.
Dude, we love that album.
Yeah, that's a top album for sure.
That's a good one for us.
The album was self-produced for $25,000, which is hilarious. If you gave me $25,000 to produce an album today, it would sound a whole lot better than that album. Maybe the tools just got better.
Yeah, that's probably
So
it.
I was like, dude, I'm just trying to think if we had that budget. Like, we do most of our albums for almost free. Almost free. We get Joe Satriani's Crystal Planet. Good one.
Van Halen 3. Okay. Man, Aretha Franklin with their 34th album in the late 90s.
Jeez.
Keeping it alive.
We get
All right.
Liquid Tension Experiments. First one, that's like a
There
super
we
good
go.
one.
Now we got the
Dream Theater guys.
Semisonic album with Closing Time.
3 in a row, Van Halen, Iron Maiden, and Symphony X, and Buckethead.
Oh, dude, I forgot about Buckethead.
Buckethead's one of those guys that has like 180 albums.
Here's NSYNC's.
Oh, here's
NSYNC
NSYNC's debut.
It's listed twice because the
Well,
last year
one
was in
said
international.
German.
This is the year it got released in the U.S. And then
Yeah, the last one said Germany specifically.
Yeah, in '97, that's when it was Backstreet Boys debuted in America, but their album had debuted in '96 internationally. Yeah, they did that also. So confusing.
There you go. Fuel.
That's right.
Is that their debut? Yeah. Nice. What was their song?
I'm trying to think.
I'll look it up.
I'll keep going along here. If there's anything.
Hemorrhage.
Hemorrhage? Okay.
So far away, leave love bleeding in my hands, in my hands.
Oh, okay, that song. Yep. Sweet.
Yeah.
All right. Skillet second. There's not a lot here in April. Quiet April.
Yeah. Jimmy Page and Robert Plant released something together. That's pretty interesting.
Got another Dave Matthews Band album here. It's always good. Ooh, Muse's debut.
Eve Six's debut.
You said who?
Eve Six.
Eve 6. Okay. We have DMX's debut.
They do that song, I would swallow my pride, I would choke on the rhymes. That one.
Yep. I think my dad's band had that in one of their covers.
Yeah, I think you're right.
For a little
Hey,
while.
Lenny Kravitz 5.
Hey, I love that one. It's a good one. That one's got Fly Away.
Yeah, that's a sick album.
Kansas Not Slowing Down.
Moving a little quicker here. We get
Snoop
Coldplay,
Dogg.
their first release. It's a little EP.
Okay, so we'll see their debut album soon. Their debut has the song Yellow on it, right?
I don't recall. Down here we get Slayer, David Lee Roth, Bella Fleck, Aaron Carter. His debut. Wow, he's tiny. He died recently, I think.
I believe you're right. What month are you in right
2022,
now?
he was 34. He drowned in his bathtub after taking some sort of drugs, but it seems to be like prescription stuff, not anything illegal as far as I could tell. I am in June 16th.
I am in a little further June.
Oh, we get a Molly Hatchet album. Oh, the album art does not disappoint.
Oh, it's perfect.
And then the guy's
As
like,
most of them.
You're like, all right.
We got a
It
Genesis
doesn't really match the album.
box set. Down here we have a cool debut that I just lost, and I need to sneeze.
Lionel
One
Richie
moment.
Time.
Ooh. Black Eyed Peas
Lionel
debut.
Richie Time. That was his
That's what I
fifth, and it says it was a commercial disappointment, selling far fewer copies than any of his previous material.
Poor Lionel Richie.
Man, that sucks that we've turned music into commerce, huh? Whatever.
Yeah.
Crosby, Young, Stills, and Nash. Black Eyed Peas.
Yep, Black Eyed Peas debut.
That's their debut, yep. Rage Against the Machine. Yeah.
System of a Down's debut. That's cool.
And Newsboys' major label debut. I think that's a Christian band. Yep. All right, July.
July, what you got for me? July, treat me better, won't you? Goodness. Nothing is popping out to me. Anthrax, I guess that's something. But it's nothing major. Hey, there's Snoop Dogg's third album. Oh, but that's in August, so July was disappointing. Got Dishwalla's second here in August. Korn with their third. Kid Rock doing another one. Exhibit again. Godsmack's major label debut. Okay.
Nice. That had some hits on it, I think.
I think it did as well. It had
Korn followed the leader too. They had some big hits on
that one had Voodoo as a hidden track.
Oh yeah, that one has some big songs. I love that cover. Recognize that cover. Whatever. Okay, that's it.
Guns N' Roses, Use Your Illusion. The greatest hits. I think that's their first greatest hits.
That's a re-release. That's the one that.
Oh, it's a re-release.
The one you had.
Oh, okay. I always thought it was just the greatest hits, but I guess just the Use Your Illusion.
Oh, that was the other album from '91. The fourth one that I couldn't remember. That was Use Your Illusion.
All right. Dude, I am just seeing a huge, just bunch of nothing right now. Hootie and the Blowfish have another album, but we know it's not a big one. Trans-Siberian Orchestra doing their second Christmas album. Little shout out. Goo Goo Dolls have Dizzy Up the Girl, their sixth album. Kiss releases Psycho Circus, which is our 18th.
Jeez.
Hey, did
you mention the Trans-Siberian Orchestra Christmas one?
Yes, I just did.
That one snuck in there.
Yeah, I like that one. I was
down a rabbit hole looking at the Use Your Illusion comp.
Gotcha.
Goo Goo Dolls. That's a big one. I recognize that cover. That one has Black Balloon and Iris and Dizzy and Slide. That's their biggest. That's got to be their biggest one.
Yeah, for sure it is.
So it took them 6 albums to get to that. It's pretty cool. Inspiring stuff.
For sure.
I didn't realize Finger 11 had been out that long. We get the debut of Queens of the Stone Age. A lot of people really like them. I have yet to get into them myself. Everything I've heard of is fine to me, but not spectacular. But I know a lot of people really love them, so that's cool. Trick Daddy releases, of course, www.thug.com.
Let's go. I'm literally pulling that up right now. I'm just kidding.
Come on.
We have Outkast.
I bought that domain name.
So that's a cool one.
There you go.
Shakira, is that her debut? Oh, it's her fourth. How did I miss her first 3?
Donde están los ladrones? Ladrones. I don't know what ladrones is, but that is where is your whatever that is.
Tribe Called Quest. Jay-Z with his third. Sorry, it said volume 2. I assumed it was a 2. It's a 3. I just don't know numbers, obviously. All right, I'm moving into October.
Where are the thieves is what it means. Confirmed. Phil Collins hits. Squirrel Nut Zippers, of course, released his Christmas album. Christmas Caravan.
Kenny Loggins with a Christmas album.
You seeing anything here?
Dude,
A lot
no.
of Christmas albums.
Yeah, lots of Christmas stuff right here. Here's 98 Degrees again. That's their second. Vanilla Ice with his third now. Cher, REM, Motley Crue, but that's the greatest hits. Never mind. Yeah,
Motley
man.
Crue greatest hits.
I don't know. The late 90s have been a little disappointing thus far.
Agreed.
The early 90s were awesome, and the late 90s just couldn't figure out where they wanted to go. Like, it seems like a little bit of a lost period in music. There's NSYNC's Christmas album.
Hey, Metallica released Garage Inc.
Hey. Garth Brooks with a double live album. The Offspring's Americana. Okay. Ice Cube. Yeah, just a lot of live albums and nothing really new hitting the market. So I'm gonna move on to 1999 with that. Just a lot of Christmas stuff and live albums. So not exactly what you'll want to see to win the year. You need some big studio albums coming out. Maybe even a really good greatest hits album will get you some points. All right.
Yeah, I don't know if anything's going to top 91. Let's get started.
Yep, we got one more year to try.
Sugar Ray and Britney Spears' debut.
Britney Spears'
I
debut,
had that
Baby
album. I
One More
remember that
Time,
cover.
which had a number one hit by Max Martin on it.
I had several on it, I believe. Black Rose released By Your Side. Love that one.
Well, that's not bad. Nice little 3-piece of albums we know and love. All right.
Nevermore, Dreaming Neon Black. Again, not one I'm overly familiar with. Not one of my favorites by them. Collective Soul, their fourth.
Blondie with their 7th.
A lot of these are going to be follow-ups to earlier 90s bands, I feel like, at this point. Like, we got Jimmy Eat World and TLC.
Mm-hmm.
Both with, like, their second and third-ish.
They're still releasing Jimi Hendrix recordings.
Lit second. Eminem's second. It's going to be a lot of follow-ups to earlier 90 bands, I believe. Tonic, Kenny Chesney.
Toto still doing stuff. I didn't know the Scorpions were making music for so long.
We get the third by Wilco. We get the sixth by Blur. Still rocking.
Man.
Blackstreet, finally. It's their third.
Is that Usher's first live album?
I guess.
Switchfoot's
Dang,
second,
dude.
I think. Yeah, the late 90s are quiet as...
Static X's debut, I guess. Oh, we get Buck Cherry's debut here in April. That actually is a pretty sick album cover.
Moving in.
Has some good songs on it, like Lit Up and some others.
All right.
Fountains of Wayne. That guy's related to somebody famous.
Stained with their second.
I can't remember. Somebody. I think it's Adam. Yeah, it's Adam Schlesinger.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure. I'm moving into May already.
All right, you keep
Diana
going. I'm going to go down
Ross,
this rabbit hole and find what I
Tim
need.
McGraw. Yep. Black Label Society with their debut. Oh, Texas with another one. Nice. Snoop Dogg with his fourth. If I remember correctly, I think Snoop Dogg's first album outperformed all of his albums. One of those people who kind of like hit the scene in their climax.
I guess it was John Bernthal. He's one of the Fountain of Wayne's cousins. Adam Schlesinger, the guy that passed away recently. Where am I? Catch me up.
I'm about to enter June. I'm at the end of May, moving into June.
Got it. Blink-182, Enema of State. That's a big one.
Let me see. Oh, that's the one that like that's probably the artwork I have the most associated with them. Because what song is it from this album? All the Small Things. That's what it is. All the Small Things is on that album. I was like, I know there's one song that like I associate like always with seeing that album.
Smash Mouth released Astro Lounge, which if you look at that cover, that should bring back some memories. And that has All Star on it.
Yeah, I listened to their discography shortly before I started. We started doing the podcast. I was like, when I was kind of coming up with the ideas and listening to a couple of discographies, Smash Mouth was one of them, and I really enjoyed it. Actually, I actually like them a lot. Pretty good. Oh, and right below that, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Californication.
Yeah, I saw that.
Sweet. Is that his big one? No. Santana has a big album coming up, and I just can't remember which one it is.
Oh, with the
Oh, it is this one. This one has Smooth.
Song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. So Santana's Supernatural.
Interesting. All right. Limp Bizkit's Significant Other.
I think Supernatural actually is that he wins like 8 Grammys for it.
All of Limp Bizkit's album arts look like something that'd be spray painted on the side of a train.
You're not wrong. Not at all. Do what you do on the train, but on the CD. There's Slipknot's official debut. There you go.
That's the debut I recognize, and I thought it was 99.
Yeah.
I was surprised the other was in 93 years before this. I think it was 96. It's crazy.
Yep, and that's got all the Corey Taylor and everyone. All right, moving into July. What do we got? What do you got for me? Willie Nelson. What is this? Do you have a guess while I'm looking, what album it is of his?
Which one?
Willie Nelson.
64th.
46th. You had the numbers backwards.
Man.
There was a little error in translation when the numbers were coming into your head. Just got him backwards.
Even Wikipedia is like, it just says, it's the 46th album by country musician Willie Nelson, and I'm tired.
Yeah. True.
It does say it's an instrumental album. Interesting.
Yellow Card's second album. I think I've only heard Ocean Avenue, though. So.
Yeah. I don't think that's come out for them yet. I don't think it was on their first or their second here.
All right, so Destiny's Child still doing stuff. I don't know how many albums they do until they break up. and Beyonce goes solo, but that's their second album.
Mr. Big released their album Get Over It, which is the first to feature Richie Kotzen.
Ooh. Love some Richie Kotzen over here. Leonard Skinner with an album release.
Or Puff Daddy.
Randomly.
Good luck changing the name to this one.
Is his name still Puff Daddy? Or is it P. Diddy yet? Or
no, it was Puff Daddy, and then it was P. Diddy, names. And then it was Diddy.
That's right. All right, moving along. And still not seeing a lot, man. There's Dixie Chicks with the Chicks with their fifth. Hank Williams the third solo debut.
Dude, he's got, if you go on Puff Daddy, he's Puff Daddy, Diddy, P. Diddy, whatever, any name will work on Wikipedia. He's got a section for legal issues that's like 40% of his whole page.
That's that's so fitting.
It's just like, dude, it's like every year, like something happened.
Man, I'm really not seeing anything that stands out too much, unfortunately. I want to keep talking. Oh, John Mayer's debut. Inside Once Out. Okay. Dude, he looks so young. Holy. All right, Creed's Human Clay.
Oh, that's a sick album. That album is so good. That's like a no-skip album, really. What day was that one? Oh, I see it here.
The 28th.
Let's see. Let's see if that's 20th. As no-skip as I remember it being. Yeah, I mean, there's maybe a couple you might skip, but wow, a lot of good songs on that one.
Here's Muse's debut in the UK. Okay, so they released in the US first, it seems like.
ZZ Top's 13th. Children of Bodom with a live album. Yeah, I mean, there's so much here. But nothing like that's going to beat 91.
Yeah, I know. That's the thing is it's like nothing here is really has a big enough case to even mention towards it.
Released their debut, but I didn't realize their band name was called A Newfound Glory for their first album. Just drop the A. What else you got? I'm down here. Incubus. Oh, yeah, Incubus. That's the really big one.
Make Yourself the third. Stone
Drive,
Temple Pilots,
Stellar, pardon me. Some others. Dream Theater release Metropolis Part 2, Scenes to Remember. That's a really good one. Bush. Alan Jackson. Nice.
Rage Against the Machines, The Battle of Los Angeles. Lil Wayne's debut, The Block is Hot. But as I get through here, I think
Foo Fighters released a good one. There's Nothing Left to Lose. That's a good one.
Dr. Dre's second album, 2001.
Yeah, are you seeing anything else here? I'm not. Korn Issues.
Eiffel 65's debut.
Ah, nice. That's the one with the song.
Yeah. Third Eye Blind's album, Blue, the second album.
Oh, that's a great one. That has da 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 da. Never Let You Go.
Never Let You Go. Yeah.
And Deep Inside of You, and 10 Days Late, and Anything.
Good album. Great album.
Really good. Really, really solid. Guns N' Roses drop Live Era. There's some interesting stories around that album we could maybe wait for later to talk about. Metallica drop S&M with the San Francisco Symphony. Biggie drops Born Again.
Which is just a greatest hits album. Oh wait, no, it's not. It's just music that he did. Guess just put together some unreleased stuff by him. Right.
Mandy Moore. I had that album. She was like trying to be like Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera, but she was a little bit later than them. She's now she's done a bunch of acting as well. That brings us to the end of 99, dude. 91's the clear winner.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's not even close.
It's not even close. I'm interested to see how the 2000s do.
Yeah, I'm hoping they pick back up because the end of the 90s was very lackluster.
That was a snooze fest.
Right? I'm a little disappointed with the late 90s.
Yeah. Anyway, come on, 90s. Get it together. I think most people can agree. Get it together, 90s.
Yeah. But that's been it.
Be the 80s instead.
So that's been the 90s, guys. 91 is your winner. And I got nothing else to say on the subject other than thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, we'll see you guys next time for the 2000s part 1 and 2, and then we're going to do the 2010s part 1 and 2. I think we agree we're too early into the 2020s to do that, but well, no, because it's 2024. We could at least do part 2 or part 1 of the 20s.
Yeah, we'll be able to do part 1 towards the end of the year. That'll be the full year released in
First half.
Yeah, it'll be the first half done.
Cool. All right, you guys. Well, we'll see you next time.